History of Vasavamba. Kusumasreshti, the king of Vaishyas, was ruling the kingdom, making Penukunda as capital city for all the 18 Parganas during 10th to 11th century AD. Kusumamba was his wife. They were ideal couple and led a peaceful domestic life. They were worshipping Lord Shiva as the part of their daily duties. His kingdom was part and parcel of Vengidesha, which was ruled by Vishnuvardhana VII or Maharaja Vimaladitya. Though they had spent many years of their married life, the couple did not have the peace of mind. They suffered a lot as there was no any successor to look after the administration of the kingdom. Their many rites and sacrifices did not bear any fruit, and hence they were heart stricken. Then, with sheer disappointment, they approached Kulaguru Bhaskaracharya. He advised them to perform Putrakameshti Yaga, which Dasharatha has observed. During the auspicious hour, Kushumasreshti couple started the yaga. The gods were pleased and sent prasadam, that is, blessed fruit came from God, through Yaganeshwara, that is, fire god. There was a divine utterance that they would get children after eating prasadam. With utmost devotion, they ate prasadam. Within a few days, the sign of pregnancy was found with Kushumamba. She expressed unusual desires which indicated that she would give birth to children who would fight for the welfare of all. Birth of Vasavidevi. During spring season, there was pleasure everywhere. Even the atmosphere was beautiful. Amidst this beauty, Kusumamba gave birth to twins, one male, the other female, on Friday, the 10th of Vaishakha, at twilight, during coincidences of Uttara Nakshatra and Kanya, Virgo. Male child was baptized as Virupaksha and the female as Vasavamba. During childhood itself, in Virupaksha, the features of powerful king, leadership qualities were clearly visible, whereas in Vasavi, the inclination towards art and architecture, adoration, music, and philosophical approach were seen. Even parents supported their taste and preferences. Education of Vasavidevi. Under the guidance of Bhaskaracharya, Virupaksha learnt Vedas, fencing, horse riding, martial arts, and statecraft, archery, and others, which were essential to rule a country. Vasavi learnt all fine arts and got mastery over the philosophical subjects and proud to be an intelligent woman. Marriage of Virupaksha with Ratnavati. When Virupaksha attained proper age, he married Ratnavati, daughter of Aridhisreshti of Elur town. The huge gathering thought that even Vasavi's marriage would also be observed with same grandeur and pompous. Vishnuvardhana fell in love on Vasavidevi. Once Vishnuvardhana, to eradicate his enemies and to extend his empire, went on expedition. On the way, he visited Penukunda. King Kusumasreshti received him and took him in a procession and arranged a felicitation program in the colorful auditorium on behalf of his subjects. Among the crowd, Vimaladitya, that means Vishnuvardhana, spotted Vasavi, who was glittering with her beauty after when Manmatha, the god of romance, threw his sweet arrows on him, which influenced him a lot. To inquire about her, he sent his minister. He made up his mind to marry her. He went to the extreme extent that without Vasavi, he could not live in the world. The desire of Vishnuvardhana was like a death blow to Kusumasreshti. He was neither in a position to accept it nor to deny. The age disparity barrier of difference of caste, in addition to that, emperor was already married. All these facts crashed his mind into pieces. Consequences after Vishnuvardhana demand. Kusumasreshti sent Vishnuvardhana. Later, he discussed this issue with his nearest and dearest. They anonymously decided to give most importance to the views of Vasavi. In turn, Vasavi frankly expressed to be a virgin throughout her life and intended to meditate upon eternal problems. Kusumasreshti sent a denial message to the king Vishnuvardhana. As a result, the king rose into high anger and sent a battalion of his army with words to attack mercilessly and to get Vasavi for him. The brave Vaishyas of Penukonda, by using all sorts of techniques of Sama, Dana, Beda, and finally Danda, defeated Vishnuvardhana's army. Community reaction. All this crucial juncture, Kusumasreshti called for great conference of the chief of all the 18 Parganas, the people of all 714 Gotras. The conference was presided by Kusumasreshti in the begin presence of Bhaskaracharya. In the conference, there was difference of opinion. The chief guest of 102 Gotras thought that those who are born must die. Moreover, cowards die many times before their death. Their valiant never taste of death but once. Hence, even the opponent is stronger, let us fight for the good cause. Cannot the spark burn a heap of straw? This was their firm decision. Whereas, contrary to this, the person of 216 Gotras urged that the matrimonial alliance would be safer and beneficial. Later on, Bhaskaracharya told, we must safeguard our respect even at the cost of our lives. These words acted like a catalyst on Kusumasreshti. Even though they framed minority, he stood firm not to give his daughter Vasavi in marriage to the king. With this incident, the unity among Vaishyas were broken. Emperor, like an injured cobra, took the lead of his huge army with strong determination to destroy his opponents. In Penukunda, also necessary arrangements were made with supporters of 102 Gotras and the people to face consequence. Vasavidevi reaction. Vasavi not entered into scene and told why there should be bloodshed among ourselves for the sake of a girl. It does not look nice to sacrifice the life of soldiers for our selfish desire. It's better to give up the idea of war. Instead, let us rebel in a novel way. We can control war through non-violence and self-sacrifice. Only people with strong willpower and moral strength can participate in this kind of self-sacrifice. The stream of Vasavi's new thought was delightful directions to Kusuma couple, and they decided to act in accordance with directions of Vasavi. Arrangements for final exit. On the banks of Godavari, the holy place, Brahmagunda, as per the directions of Vasavi, the royal servants arranged 103 Agnikundas, that means fire pits, in a special way. The whole city was observing the day as festival day. Then Vasavi asked the couple of 102 Gotras as, will you plunge into this holy fire along with me? Every one of them wholeheartedly gave their consent. There was a strong faith in the minds of those persons that Vasavi must be an incarnation of God. They requested her to show them her real nature of Swarupa. She smiled and revealed her true self, which had the glittering radiance surpassing the brightness of sun. She told, I am the incarnation of Adiparashakti to safeguard the dignity of women and to protect Dharma, to destroy Vishnuvardhana, and to reveal to the world the magnanimity of Vaishyas. I come here in Kali Yuga. Like Satideva, who was insulted, entered into holy fire, I too plunge into the holy fire and enter the underworld. Kusumashreshti during last birth was a great saint by name Samadhi. As per his aspirations, he could attain salvation along with the people of 102 Gotras. That is why I asked you all to undergo Atma Baligdana. Vasavi advised the gathering about patriotism, honesty, social service, tolerance, etc. Final exit and Vishnuvardhan's death. Devi disappeared as soon as the divine words came out of her mouth and people saw her in human form. Then all of them entered into the holy fire after meditating upon their gods. Though Vishnuvardhana felt bad omens, he marched ahead and reached the main entrance of Penukonda. Then his detectives reported what all had happened in the city. He could not bear the great shock and his heart shattered into pieces. He fell down vomiting blood and he was no more. The self-sacrifice of Vasavi and the end of Vishnuvardhana was the talk of the town. People condemned the deeds of Vishnuvardhana and appreciated the epoch maker Vasavi and her non-violent principle. History after goddess Vasavidevi. Final exit. The son of Vishnuvardhana, Raja Narendra, rushed Penukunda and repented about the incidents. Later on, Virupaksha consoled him and told, brother, let us learn and formulate the present and future on the strong base of past. Vasavi had came to rescue of the people without giving room for great bloodshed. Her non-violence gave a good result. Then they consoled themselves. Virupaksha visited many pilgrim centers like Kasi, Gaya and other places under the guidance of Bhaskaracharya. To commemorate the pilgrimage, they installed 101 lingas for each Gotra in Penugunda. Then Narendra installed a statue of Vasavi as a token of respect. From that day and even today, all Vaishyas are performing pujas to her and she is considered as Vaishyakula Devata Vasavi Kanyakaparameswari. Vasavi's life is worth remembering because of her faith in non-violence, religious values and her defense of status of women. She became immortal as she has been mainly responsible for the propagation of reputation of Vaishyas throughout the world. Vasavi, who had rejected worldly pleasures, won the minds of Vaishyas and the champion of peace and non-violence, should be remembered at all times by one and all. Namo Sri Kanyakaparameswari Devyaya Namaha.